I showed him specifically deals with real property owned or leased by the government. And like I said, again, when the memo was released, it was released directly to FPS and states that I definitely can do that. I'm also telling them to look under subsection U on the 2010 memo. What might help you out a lot is section U on that memo, if you want to look it up on Google. The DHS memo, section U.
Because it's going to be the same thing as the post office.
No, because the post office doesn't fall under General Services Administration. They have their own poster 7, which allows me to film in there as well. So, yeah, and I specifically showed her, and as she read it, she's like, I guess you can.
All right, man, I'll come and talk to you.
Okay, no worries, no worries.
I'm still gonna be nice to people and play. There's no reason to.
Yeah, you're right.
Yes, sir.
Obviously, there's a camera on that corner. There's a camera there. I mean, they have cameras everywhere. You know, these are our public servants. I would really like to get the redacted version, or the unredacted version of that DHS memo about photography. And it was specifically written to tell FSP to leave us alone as we're filming. And we have another unit pulling up. And I'll go ahead and go get his info. If he makes contact, I'll ask him his name. Pulling his spot. Got his license plate number though. And he just pulled in. Looks like he's leaving. Nope, he's leaving. He's going around to look for my car, and I didn't even drive. You notice he has not asked for ID because he knows that I'm not going to produce ID because I'm not breaking the law. I'm probably out and about looking for my vehicle, and I don't drive, so it's a really pleasant day today. It's beautiful outside. Like I said, I'm going to try to change up the way I audit. I don't want to become a screaming jerk or anything. We're going to try to get this done this way. And see if we can get something accomplished this way. So he's calling. He's making a phone call. So he's out there talking to the officer. Thank you for your service. I'm standing here trying to protect our rights that you fought for. They're really researching what I gave them. I did the research. It took me all day long yesterday to research this out and figure out that I actually could film in here regardless of their signs inside. So we'll see. He's looking over everything I wrote down. It's kind of messy, but it's understandable. I mean, you can understand what's written there. They're really trying to wrap their heads around this. You know, because when they're told something that's false, when they're told to enforce something that's false, that falls on them. And now that I've explained to them the law, their qualified immunity goes out the window if they violate my rights. So, I mean, they were not able to eject me from the post office. They were not able to eject me from the food stamp office, and let's see what happens here. I don't know what's going to happen, but we'll see. This video is running a little bit long. I'm sure I'll edit out a bunch of it, of the boring stuff, so I will put a link to the full complete video if anybody wonders what the full complete video was, but it's obviously going to have some boring parts, just waiting and waiting. This actually looks like Yucca Valley Police under Sheriff's Department, and it does not look like FSP. I wonder if they're FSP, because it also states that under the same code that regular police officers can be used by the Federal Services Protection. So we'll see, and I'll give you that code too. I'll post everything in the description. I'll post all links, links to the memorandum, links to these laws, and hopefully we can get somewhere with this. So, I mean, we'll see. They're really looking it over. We'll see what happens. I mean, if I really wanted to push it, and I'm sure I'll get some flack on this, but if I really wanted to push it and be a jerk, I could have just tried to push past him inside, but I want to try to get this resolved peacefully and try to see what we can do about this, because I definitively have found proof that I can record inside under Section U on the memorandum. Again, it was released in 2010, updated in 2018, so the updated version also states that we can film inside. So, in any public area inside, such as entrances, foyers, corridors, waiting rooms, lobbies, anything like that. And like I said, 148G, 148 Section G allows me to film public servants in the course of their duties so long as I'm in a public place and do not interfere. I won't be cursing them out, hopefully. This has been a fairly decent encounter, a non-escalated encounter, and I don't want to escalate it. I just want to try to move forward and see if we can have some good dialogue and see what happens. So we'll see. My arm's getting tired from holding the camera, I'll tell you that. He's on his phone. They are really trying to figure this one out. I figured it out. They should be able to. Again, their policy against recording is not law, especially when DHS says I can, specifically. And just like poster 7 at the post office does not fall under the General Services Administration, the United States General Services Administration, because of how the property is leased. It's privately leased or bought. However, the poster 7 inside their post office specifically states that we can record in public areas of the post office, such as, again, lobbies, foyers, entrances, public corridors. I can also film anything I can see with the eye. You cannot trespass the eye. If I'm in a public area, I can film anything I can see with the eye. However, I'm not here to film private information nor people. I'm not here for that. I'm here to make sure the law enforcement enforces the law in the correct manner. So, we shall see. Somebody honking. So I've agreed to wait outside. I mean, I could have pushed it, but that would have escalated everything. And I'm not here to escalate anything. I'm here to try to work this out. And I'm here to find out some things. Absolutely.
I'm not telling you that's illegal, man. I'm not doing any of that. Okay. I just want to show you. Okay. So this is the one that you were talking about.
Mhm.
There's a policy concerning photographs.
Right.
I guess they initiated a new law for social security offices, so there is a law. So it says, except where security regulations, rules, orders, or directives apply, or a federal court order or rule prohibits it, persons entering in or on federal property may take photographs of and everything that you already have information on. So they do have signs posted about it, which is the prohibited part. I'm not telling you have to leave, man. I know what you're doing. I get it.
Right.
Okay, you do your thing. I just don't want to have a problem in here. Okay, obviously you know what you're doing.
Yeah,
okay?
I'm
You're not
not
going to cause a
gonna
disturbance.
cause
You're not going to get
any
people's faces. Okay,
No.
like that. So I talked to them the same thing, but
Okay.
I just want to educate you on the beginning of that law.
Well-
There's a little bit more to the law that just came into effect.
I specifically read that,
Okay.
actually, and under the second code on that sheet of paper, it states that in Section A, space occupied by a tenant agency for non-commercial purposes only with the permission of occupying agency concerned, space occupied by a tenant agency for commercial purposes only with written permission of an authorized official and the occupying agency concerned. And now, I do have written permission.
Okay. Well, as long as you can prove that, man. I mean, like I said, I'm not going to.
It's on the memo. It's on the 2019 memorandum under Section U.
Okay. Well,
From
like I said-
DHS that
like I
was
said,
written.
I'm not going to keep you out of here, man. I'm not doing that.
I know,
okay?
I know.
So you do your thing. I'm just letting you know what the law says and what they were telling me.
I
and
like
what their
this
concerns
dialogue.
are.
This is an amazing dialogue,
So,
and I appreciate
so you
it.
do your thing, okay? Just don't
I
cause
am
any
going to go back
disturbances,
inside. I
alright?
will not.
Okay.
And this is what I want to do. I've been a dick in the past. You know I've been a dick. And I'm trying to change that up. I want to make some forward progress with you guys. Because I do care about your safety, and I do care.
I appreciate
You know, I don't hate you. I just don't. I want to start, creating a good dialogue. So.
Like I said, as long as we don't, we have to do our thing sometimes, but I appreciate you, sir. So you have a good day. And
Now,
I'll
can
be
I
around
ask you
okay?
one question,
Yeah.
Officer Miller, or Deputy Miller? I'm
Yes.
sorry, not Sergeant or anything. If I was to go back in there and even just for a couple minutes and stand in a corner, what would happen?
I can't tell you what they're going to do. I already talked to them and
Okay.
expressed my side of it. But again,
Yeah,
I'm
and I
getting-
understand where you're
so
coming from
I'm
as
not
well.
telling you to stop
Yeah,
recording.
okay.
I just, like I said, I need to look up the code too. There's no way we can know every single code, right?
Right.
It's impossible.
Yeah, I
The laws are
researched
made
it all
every
day
single
long
day.
yesterday, man.
So,
My head was spinning.
I understand. So I'm going to get out of here, man.
All right,
Do
Miller.
your thing,
Hey, I
okay?
appreciate you, man. This is good stuff. I appreciate that. Can I get that paper back?
Yeah.
Did you want to take a picture of it?
No, you're okay. I
Okay.
found it.
Okay. Absolutely.
There you are, sir.
All right, thank you. And
All right.
this is for education purposes. I mean, no ill will, obviously, and I don't want to create a disturbance, obviously.
I
But
understand.
guys, give Officer Miller a thumbs up. Go to the webpage and give this man a thumbs up. This is professionalism right
Thanks,
here.
sir. You have a good day, okay?
Be safe out there, Mr. Miller. I'm going to stick here for a minute. Clarke is on the phone. He said there's nothing he can do about it, really. Basically, what the officer told me is I am within my rights to come here, and he can't do nothing about it. And he is under the FPS. That officer is definitely working with and for the Federal Protection Service to be called here. And I'll give you the code on that as well in the description. I'll give you links to all codes and how to put it together. So again, Social Security Administration, Yucca Valley, California. So I just want to see where we can go, and have a good dialogue and try to change up my style a little bit. And I mean, this security officer has been extremely professional, extremely nice. The officer was nice. He knew who I was, obviously. So he's a gentleman.
Did you get my papers? For my daughter.
I really don't want to film people. I really do not want to film people. I'm trying to keep you off camera.
That's okay.
Oh,
Step back.
here he comes again. They're looking for any vehicle I might have driven. He's gonna go around the building to see if I'm driving a vehicle. Alright, y'all, hang on. Let's go see if he's looking for my supposed alleged vehicle that does not exist. They're going to be scouring the neighborhood looking. He went all the way down. They know that some auditors, when they drive, they park a long ways away, but I simply don't drive. I have seizures. I will not drive. How are you today? Are you frustrated with how they're treating you in there?
No, I'm just frustrated.
The system?
I don't have time to wait. I
Right.
gotta go pick my mom up at physical therapy. I'm her full-time caregiver, and I've got some stuff I need to take care of, and I just don't have time to do it.
Okay. I've received some complaints in this office here as far as
really?
treatment. Have you been treated courteously and with respect here at this
It's the
office?
first time I stepped foot in there. I haven't done anything yet.
Okay, they've been getting people through pretty quick today, but I've heard that people are getting treated very rudely and like they don't matter, and so I'm here to investigate that. They're trying to tell me I can't film inside, which I know better. So I'm not here to film people or information. I've kept cameras off people. But when there's a problem with our public servants, we need to address that and seek recourse. So I'm well within my rights to film inside. The police already came and said they're not going to do anything, but
Oh, is that what he was doing here?
yeah. So they know who I am. My channel, Knowledge is Power Media Productions.
Right.
Check it out on YouTube. Have a great day. So I want to know where we've gotten here so far. Yeah, this was recording. So the officer told me there's really nothing he can do about it because he researched that law and those codes, and it specifically backs it up. Now I understand that you have a job to do as well, and I'm perfectly willing to step outside with you.
I appreciate how you're being with us.
Yeah, absolutely.
We're getting busy.
Yeah, I don't want to. I'm gonna be leaving here shortly, but I just want to. What would be? I'm just curious. What would be your next course of action if I walked in there and recorded?
I'm hoping for the best.
Would it be a hands-on?
I don't want it to go that route. So.
All right.
I'm not that mean.
Yeah, I hear you, and I know they tell you what you have to do, but I urge you, and I implore you to research this because it is absolutely legal for me to record in there. And when I post this, you will get kudos, and all statutes will be posted, and I will explain to people how to go about doing this, and you will see more people here. And we're also going to get a hold of the GSA and obviously Homeland Security and FPS, and we're going to have a talk with them and have them maybe explain the memo to you guys better, because subsection U on that memorandum specifically states I can do this.
Oh, you're good. I'm used to sweating in the sun.
Yeah, it specifically states I can do this. But I'm going to get out of your hair. Officer Clarke?
You've been real nice. I appreciate it. Normally I'm getting yelled at or,
Right.
you know.
Yeah, and I'm not trying to be that guy. Check out my channel. I'll give it to you. Knowledge is Power Media Productions. You'll see some pretty wild stuff on there. But this has been
because I've seen them before.
Yeah.
I just couldn't remember it.
Yeah, if you look up 1A audits or First Amendment audits, you'll find a lot on it.
Yeah.
And you'll look up specifically 1A audits, Social Security Administration.
Okay.
And it'll show you that indeed we are allowed. But I'm not going to cause you to have to feel like you have to escalate or anything, because that's not what I'm here for. I don't want to escalate
Appreciate
this. And you know, you've been nothing but courteous and professional. So you're gonna get a lot of phone calls. and they'll be positive. So,
appreciate
and
that.
you certainly behave a lot better than Allied Universal. Oh my God, dude.
They actually do a good job educating us, for the most part.
Yeah,
I mean,
and it seems as such, but you might want to go to a supervisor and you might want to put this forth to him. And do you want to take a picture of this code on your phone so that you
which
might
one?
that I have written down?
Yeah, sure.
You can take a picture of this whole paper, and that way it breaks
Do you
it
mind
down.
if I make a photocopy of it? It's
No,
easier
go for it. Absolutely. I know my handwriting, but
A lot better than mine, believe me. I have
it-
a little stencil I have to write everything with, so.
It took me all
One-
day to figure that one out.
1 second. Let me
All right,
check.
no worries, my brother.
Make
No
my life a
worries.
little easier.
All right, this has been amazing. This has been amazing. I'm not gonna push this, and to you haters out there, there's a reason why I'm not pushing this, and I'll tell you the reason is because this is about education. This is not about escalating things. It's not about a pissing match. It's not about that. I'm gonna change my style of auditing. It's not a pissing match. It's about education, and I want to do it in the best manner possible to be able to have this education so that people understand what their rights are, to be able to record your public servants in the course of their duties. And the employees of the Social Security Administration, these are public servants. They work for us. And so they have no right to tell us that we cannot record or film them. And like I said, DHS has specifically backed it up. So
Come on in, sir. Okay, thank you. Paper here, let me fold it up. Make you like, let me get you.
yeah, my fingers keep locking up.
You alright?
Yeah, it's just
Arthritis or
arthritis.
something?
Yeah, I lost a finger back in the day.
I
And
know.
see, I'll show you my knuckles. This is what it's supposed to be all about right here, brother. You know what I mean?
Like I said, you've been completely right.
Excellent.
I know what you're doing. I appreciate
Yeah.
it. But you could have went a lot worse on me.
Yeah,
appreciate it.
and I'm through with all that. Unless I have to, like the officers I encountered the other night. They got an earful. And then a bunch of complaint forms got filed. 6 of them to be exact. Not that they're going to go anywhere because we obviously know the thin blue line back to thin blue line.
I'll take it for you.
So I want to let this gentleman go, and hopefully he'll research that. So
So are we good? Because
we
I'm
are
sweating
good.
like crazy
Yeah,
out here, and I want to
get
get
on
back
inside, and I appreciate your professionalism again, Officer Clarke, and badass hat, by the way.
Yeah, I
I
used
love
to
it,
live up in
man.
the Bay Area, San Francisco.
Yeah, people think I've been to prison. Ain't never served a day in prison. Just a traffic ticket one time, a couple days in jail. That was it. Oh. All right, my man. You be safe and good luck.
Thank you, sir.
And yeah, check that out. Take that to your supervisors and research that. So, all right, I'll probably be back. So, all right, have a great day. Be safe, man. All right, this has been an interesting experience. Trying to change up the way I do things, you know. I'm really trying to get some education out there. But to all you haters who say I am a pussy for not going in or I punked out, it's not about that. Say that all you want. It's not about that. What it's about is education. It's about following the law. It's about doing what you're supposed to be doing as a good citizen and standing up for your rights. That's what it's about. So now, one more walk around, and then this real pit bull is going to be out. I will post phone numbers. There was phone numbers in the video. 56492 29 Palms Highway, Yucca Valley, California, Social Security Administration. The police officer said there's nothing he could do. I don't want to escalate this poor security officer. I don't want to escalate him. It's busy in there. He's been very respectful, so I'm going to show him respect as well. And I'm going to close this out. I will be back, though. Give him some time to research that, and I will be back. So, on that note, Pitbull out. Much love and peace to all of you.